The deep space sensors picked up the vessels first, thousands of them, materializing at the edge of the solar system like a swarm of metallic locusts. The emergency alarms at Luna Command hadn't stopped ringing since. Admiral Sarah Chen stood before the United Earth Council, her holographic form projected into the chambers where humanity's leaders had gathered. The massive display behind her showed the approaching armada in terrifying detail. "They call themselves the Dominion," she reported, her voice steady despite the gravity of the situation. Their message was clear. Earth has 48 hours to surrender and accept their rule, or they'll reduce our planet to ash. The chamber erupted in voices until Council President Martinez raised his hand for silence. "And our options, Admiral." Sarah's expression hardened. "We reveal our ace, sir. It's time to launch Project Prometheus." Deep within Titan's underground shipyards, the HMS Phoenix waited. At just over 3 kilometers long, the experimental warship represented humanity's greatest technological achievement, and their most closely guarded secret. Its quantum-entangled hull gleamed under the artificial lights, dark metal absorbing illumination in impossible ways. Commander Maya Patil walked through the ship's corridors, reviewing final preparations. After 15 years of development, they would find out if the Phoenix could live up to its promise. The ship's revolutionary quantum phase technology was untested in actual combat, but simulations suggested it could change everything they knew about space warfare. "Engineering reports all systems green," reported Lieutenant Kai Wong, falling into step beside her. "Dr. Harrison wants to run one final diagnostic on the phase drive." Maya nodded, making her way to engineering. The massive chamber housed the heart of the Phoenix, the quantum phase drive. Dr. Elena Harrison stood before the towering piece of technology, her dark eyes fixed on streams of data flowing across multiple screens. "Tell me we're ready, Elena," Maya said. The physicist turned, circles under her eyes evidence of sleepless nights. "The drive works, Maya. But what we're attempting, it's like trying to dance between raindrops. One miscalculation, and the phase field could collapse with us inside it. Better that than watching Earth burn." Maya placed a hand on her friend's shoulder. "We need this to work." The next hours passed in a blur of preparation. The Phoenix's crew of 300 represented humanity's finest, engineers, tacticians, and scientists chosen for their ability to think beyond conventional boundaries. They would need every bit of that creativity to survive what was coming. Admiral Chen arrived 6 hours before the deadline, her shuttle touching down in the Phoenix's main bay. Maya met her at the airlock, noting the grim determination in the older woman's eyes. "The Dominion's terms are non-negotiable," Sarah reported as they walked to the bridge. They'd done this before, conquered thousands of worlds by overwhelming them with superior numbers and technology. They don't expect resistance. Maya's lips curved slightly. Then they don't know humanity very well. The bridge of the Phoenix was unlike any other warship. Instead of traditional controls, quantum neural interfaces allowed the crew to connect directly with the ship's systems. As Maya settled into the command chair, she felt the familiar tingle as her mind merged with the Phoenix's quantum network. "All stations, report," she ordered. "Weapons online," Lieutenant Wong responded. "Phase torpedoes armed and ready." "Engineering reports phase drive at optimal capacity." Dr. Harrison's voice came through. "Field stability at 98.9%. Communications and sensors operational." Lieutenant Sarah Rodriguez confirmed. "We're tracking the Dominion fleet's approach." Admiral Chen stood at Maya's right hand, watching the tactical display. The enemy vessels had moved past Mars' orbit, their formations spreading out to envelop Earth's defenses. Conventional weapons would be useless against their advanced shields. But the Phoenix wasn't conventional. "Message from the Dominion flagship," Rodriguez reported. "They're demanding our response." Maya straightened in her chair, feeling the ship's systems pulse around her through the neural interface. "Send them our answer, Lieutenant. 3 words only. Come and see." The Phoenix rose from Titan's surface like a ghost, its quantum-entangled hull reflecting no light. As they accelerated toward Earth, Maya felt the crew's tension, their determination. They carried humanity's hopes with them. Multiple Dominion vessels altering course to intercept, Wong reported. They're launching fighters. Take us to Phase Point Alpha, Maya ordered. Let's show them what humanity can do. The Phoenix's drive hummed to life, reality blurring around them as quantum fields wrapped the massive ship in layers of possibility. The first salvos from the Dominion fleet passed harmlessly through them, their energy weapons finding no purchase in normal space. Phase drive stable, Harrison reported, excitement creeping into her voice. It's working. Maya allowed herself a small smile. The real test was about to begin. All hands, battle stations. Humanity doesn't bow to bullies. And it's time the galaxy learned why. The Phoenix accelerated toward the heart of the Dominion fleet, carrying with it humanity's defiance and the promise of revolution. The next few hours would determine not just Earth's fate, but the future of the galaxy itself. And they were just getting started. The Dominion's first volleys illuminated space like artificial stars, their energy weapons designed to overwhelm any known defense. But the Phoenix wasn't there, not entirely. Through her neural interface, Maya felt the ship phase between reality states, existing in multiple possibilities at once. Target their command vessel, Maya ordered, feeling the weapons systems respond to her thoughts. Let's show them what phase torpedoes can do. Lieutenant Wong's fingers danced across his console. Target locked. Phase torpedoes ready. Fire. The torpedoes launched, their quantum-entangled warheads shifting between states just like the Phoenix itself. The Dominion's flagship's shields, acclaimed as impenetrable throughout the galaxy, might as well have been smoke. The weapons phased into normal space inside the vessel's engine core. The explosion rippled through space, the mighty flagship splitting apart like a broken toy. Silence fell over the Phoenix's bridge. By all the stars, Admiral Chen whispered, it actually worked. But the Dominion wasn't finished. Their fleet reorganized with frightening speed, thousands of ships moving to surround the Phoenix. Their next attack came from all directions, a sphere of deadly energy that would have vaporized any other vessel. Maya felt the phase drive song through the neural interface, its quantum fields bending reality around them. Dr. Harrison, how's the drive holding? Stable, but I'm seeing something interesting, Elena replied from engineering. The drive isn't just phasing us through their attacks, it's learning from them. Each interaction gives us more data about their technology. That was unexpected. Maya filed the information away as she directed the Phoenix through another series of impossible maneuvers. Through the quantum neural link, ship and crew moved as one, dancing between enemy formations. Multiple Dominion vessels showing signs of confusion, Rodriguez reported from communications. They're arguing among themselves. Some captains are demanding to know how we're doing this. Maya smiled. Let's give them something else to think about. Lieutenant Wong, target their support vessels. Time to show them we can do more than dodge. The Phoenix's phase torpedoes struck again and again, each hit precise and devastating. Dominion ships, their crews trained to rely on supposedly impenetrable defenses, had no response to weapons that simply ignored those defenses completely. Enemy vessels are breaking formation, Wong announced. Several ships are attempting to retreat. But one Dominion commander wasn't ready to give up. A massive dreadnought, easily twice the size of the Phoenix, moved to challenge them directly. Its hull bristled with weapons Maya had never seen before. New energy signature detected, Harrison called out. They're charging some kind of temporal weapon. The dreadnought fired, and space itself seemed to twist. Even through the phase field, Maya felt the Phoenix shudder. Phase drive stability dropping, Harrison reported. They're trying to force us back into normal space. Maya's mind raced through the neural interface, feeling the ship's systems as extensions of herself. Then she remembered Elena's earlier observation. The drive was learning. Route all sensor data through the quantum processors, she ordered. If their weapon affects spacetime, let's see how it handles multiple realities at once. The Phoenix's quantum systems engage, creating a cascade of phase states. Each time the temporal weapon tried to lock them into one reality, they existed in a dozen others. "It's working," Harrison exclaimed. "The drive is adapting, creating quantum countermeasures faster than their weapon can adjust." Maya allowed herself no celebration yet. "Target their weapon emitters." Full spread of phase torpedoes. The Phoenix struck while the Dreadnought's temporal weapon was still charging for another shot. Multiple torpedoes phased into existence inside the massive weapon arrays. The resulting explosion tore chunks from the Dreadnought's hull, secondary detonations chaining through its superstructure. "Enemy flagship is breaking apart," Wong reported, unable to keep the excitement from his voice. "Remaining Dominion vessels are retreating." Admiral Chen stepped forward, watching the tactical display as enemy ships fled in all directions. "They'll be back," she said quietly, "with more ships and new weapons." "Let them come," Maya replied, feeling the Phoenix's systems pulse in agreement through the neural link. "We'll be ready, and next time, we won't be alone." She turned to Rodriguez. "Open a channel to Earth Command. Tell them the Phoenix exceeded all expectations, and we've learned something vital about the Dominion." "What's that, Commander?" Chen asked. "Their technology isn't as advanced as they want everyone to believe. They've just never faced anyone who could see through their deceptions before." Maya's eyes narrowed. "Until now." As the Phoenix turned back toward Earth, Maya knew this was just the beginning. The Dominion had ruled through fear and overwhelming force, never expecting to face an enemy who could simply ignore their greatest advantages. But humanity had done more than survive their first battle. They had shattered the myth of Dominion invincibility. "Send word to all Earth Defense Forces," she ordered. "The data we've gathered on their systems, their weaknesses, share it all. It's time to show the galaxy that humanity doesn't just survive. We revolutionize." The quantum drive hummed, carrying them home through fields of debris that had once been invincible Dominion warships. They had struck the first blow, but Maya knew the real war was just beginning. The Dominion would return with everything they had. But this time, they would face an enemy that could see right through their illusions, in more ways than one. 3 months after the Phoenix's victory, Maya stood before a holographic display showing a very different kind of battlefield. Thousands of data streams flowed through the quantum processors, intercepted communications from across Dominion space. "We didn't just crack their defenses," Dr. Harrison explained, highlighting clusters of information. "The phase drive lets us see through their quantum encryption. Every secret they've buried, every lie they've told, it's all exposed." Lieutenant Rodriguez, who had been analyzing the decoded transmissions, stepped forward. "Commander, these aren't just military communications. They're distress signals, hidden beneath layers of encryption. Calls for help from dozens of worlds." The images shifted, showing planets under Dominion control. Not military bases or shipyards, but entire civilizations living under carefully concealed oppression. The Dominion's empire wasn't built on superior technology. It was built on subjugation. "They find worlds with promising technology," Admiral Chen said, her voice tight with anger. "Force them to surrender, then steal their innovations while keeping their populations enslaved. That's how they've maintained their technological edge." Maya watched a transmission from a world called Lizara. Its people, crystalline beings of living silicon, had developed the shield technology the Dominion now claimed as their own. Their entire species was held hostage, forced to continue developing weapons for their conquerors. The Dominion doesn't just take territory, Maya realized. They steal potential. Every world they conquer becomes another source of stolen innovation. She turned to her crew. "We're changing the mission. The Phoenix isn't just defending Earth anymore. We're going to break their whole system apart." The plan came together quickly. The Phoenix's quantum sensors could detect the subtle signs of suppressed resistance movements. Its phase technology could bypass any Dominion security. They would do more than fight. They would reveal the truth. Their first target was Lazara. The Phoenix emerged from quantum phase inside the planet's defense grid, its arrival witnessed only by the crystalline beings below. When Maya broadcast their message, proof of the Dominion's deceptions and an offer of alliance, the response was immediate. Lyran resistance forces are moving against Dominion control centers, Rodriguez reported. They're using frequency patterns that completely bypass the stolen shield systems. They built in weaknesses the Dominion never knew existed. Similar scenes played out across other subjugated worlds. The Arathi, masters of gravitational engineering, disabled the Dominion's artificial gravity systems. The Vex, organic supercomputers in humanoid form, turned the Dominion's automated defenses against them. Every species they enslaved, Harrison observed, watching the reports flood in, they forced them to keep developing technology. But those scientists and engineers, they built in backdoors, weaknesses, waiting for a chance. Waiting for hope, Maya finished. The Phoenix had given them more than tactical support. It had shown the galaxy that the Dominion could be beaten. But the greatest discovery came from an unexpected source. During a liberation operation on the water world of Nautix, a Dominion officer defected. His information changed everything. The Dominion leadership is fracturing, he revealed, his translator struggling with his agitation. The client races, the ones who join them willingly, they're starting to question everything. Your ship, the Phoenix, it didn't just beat our weapons. It proved our leaders have been lying to us. Maya used this information to devastating effect. The Phoenix began targeting Dominion communication hubs, broadcasting proof of their deceptions to their own people. Worlds that had allied with the Dominion out of fear began to reconsider. Incoming transmission. Rodriguez announced during one such mission. It's from the Dominion core worlds. Military vessels are refusing orders. 3 sector fleets have declared independence. The rebellion spread faster than anyone had predicted. Each liberated world added its own unique technologies and insights to the alliance. The Lyrans improved the Phoenix's phase drive. The Arathi enhanced its maneuverability. The Vex upgraded its quantum processors. We didn't just give them the means to fight back. Admiral Chen observed, watching another Dominion battle group surrender to a combined Earth-alien fleet. We gave them something more important. We gave them proof that resistance isn't futile. Maya stood on the Phoenix's bridge, watching the growing network of liberated worlds on the tactical display. The Dominion had spent centuries building their empire on stolen innovation and suppressed potential. Now, in a matter of months, that careful construction was unraveling. They'll make their final stand soon, she told her crew. The Dominion's leadership won't accept this revolution. They'll gather everything they have left for one massive counterattack. But as she looked at the alliance they'd built, humans fighting alongside crystalline beings, organic computers coordinating with water world engineers, Maya knew the outcome was already decided. The Dominion's greatest weapon had always been fear, and they couldn't intimidate people who had seen through their lies. The real war wasn't about ships or technology. It was about freeing the galaxy's potential, unleashing centuries of suppressed innovation and creativity. And that was a force no empire could stand against. Send word to the fleet, Maya ordered. Tell them to prepare for the final phase of the revolution. The Dominion is about to learn what happens when you try to chain down the galaxy's spirit. The quantum display aboard the Phoenix painted a picture of empire and chaos. Dominion territory, once a solid mass of controlled space, now resembled a shattered mirror, fragments of loyalty surrounded by growing regions of rebellion and independence. Another defensive fleet has gone dark, Lieutenant Rodriguez reported, marking the location in the strategic display. That's the third one this week. They're not even fighting anymore, just disappearing. Maya studied the pattern of defections. The Dominion's careful hierarchy was collapsing from within, its own rigid structure becoming its greatest weakness. Every ship that vanished took with it decades of stolen technology and generations of forced loyalty. Dr. Harrison emerged from her engineering station, dark circles under her eyes suggesting another sleepless night of analysis. The quantum processors have finished decoding their secure archives. Commander, what they've been hiding. It's worse than we imagined. The data streamed across the bridge screens, evidence of systematic technological theft spanning centuries. The Dominion hadn't just stolen innovations, they had deliberately suppressed scientific advancement across thousands of worlds to maintain their technological advantage. Their entire civilization is built on plagiarism and suppression, Admiral Chen observed, her voice hard. They haven't developed a single original technology in over 300 years. Maya's decision was immediate. Broadcast everything. Every secret, every theft, every lie. Let their own people see what they've been serving. The effect was devastating. Across Dominion space, their carefully maintained image of technological superiority crumbled. Client races that had joined them for protection realized their protectors were frauds. Slave worlds that had believed themselves technologically inferior discovered their own stolen innovations powering their oppressors' ships. The Phoenix led a series of precision strikes, not against military targets, but at the foundations of Dominion control. They exposed hidden research facilities where enslaved scientists were forced to work. They revealed massive databases of stolen technologies, carefully rebranded as Dominion achievements. Incoming transmission, Rodriguez announced during one such mission. It's being broadcast on all frequencies from inside the Dominion core systems. The message came from a high-ranking Dominion official, his elaborate uniform unable to hide his agitation. To all vessels and worlds under Dominion protection, he began, his translator struggling to keep up with his rapid speech. We have been deceived. Our leaders, they've been lying to us all. Everything we thought made us superior was stolen from those we claimed to protect. More broadcasts followed. Military commanders discovered their proudest tactical innovations had been developed by species they now oppressed. Scientists realized their greatest research projects were built on stolen foundations. The Dominion's carefully maintained hierarchy of superiority collapsed under the weight of exposed truth. Multiple sectors are declaring independence, Wong reported from Tactical. Dominion military vessels are turning on each other. Some are trying to maintain control, others are actively helping rebel forces. The Phoenix's quantum sensors detected massive energy fluctuations from the Dominion core worlds. Their leadership was preparing something desperate. Maya recognized the patterns. They were gathering their most loyal forces for a final massive assault. They'll try to rewrite history, Harrison warned, studying the energy signatures. They'd rather burn the galaxy than admit they're not superior. But the Dominion's greatest weapon had always been their image of invincibility. Now, exposed as thieves and frauds, they faced a galaxy united not just against their rule, but against everything they represented. Incoming message from Earth Command, Rodriguez announced. Alliance fleets are responding to our call. Ships from 27 liberated species are moving to support positions. Maya watched the tactical display as friendly signals appeared. Crystalline Lizaran dreadnoughts, their true shields far more powerful than the stolen versions. Arathi gravity control ships, now using their technology to protect rather than serve. Vex processing vessels, their organic quantum computers coordinating the entire Alliance fleet. The Dominion's leadership is calling for their final stand, Admiral Chen reported. They're summoning every loyal ship to the core systems. This will be their last attempt to maintain control. Maya stood before her crew, feeling the Phoenix's systems pulse through the neural interface. They had started this revolution by proving the Dominion could be beaten. They had sustained it by exposing centuries of lies. Now they would end it by showing the galaxy a better way forward. Send word to all Alliance forces, she ordered. The Dominion wants one final battle to prove their superiority. Let's give them one they'll never forget. The Phoenix's quantum drive hummed to life, preparing to lead humanity and their new allies into the final confrontation. The Dominion had spent centuries building their power on stolen innovation and suppressed potential. Now they would face the combined creativity and determination of a truly united galaxy. And Maya knew, with absolute certainty, which side would prove superior. The space above the Dominion's throne world erupted in light as reality itself seemed to tear apart. The Phoenix emerged from quantum phase, leading the largest fleet ever assembled. Not just Earth vessels, but ships from every species the Dominion had tried to suppress. Dominion forces holding position around their capital, Wong reported. They've fortified the entire system with everything they have left. Through the quantum neural interface, Maya felt the combined strength of the Alliance fleet. Lycerin crystalline ships formed living shields of pure energy. Arethi vessels manipulated gravity itself to create corridors of safe passage. Vex organic computers coordinated thousands of vessels with impossible precision. They've activated their final defense grid. Harrison warned from engineering. The energy readings. They're trying to combine every technology they've ever stolen into one massive weapon. The Dominion's desperate gambit manifested as a wave of corrupted spacetime, spreading out from their capital world. Any conventional ship would have been torn apart at the quantum level. But the Phoenix wasn't conventional, and neither were their allies. All ships execute Operation Liberation, Maya commanded. The plan they had developed was audacious. Each species would counter the specific technologies stolen from them, while the Phoenix's phase drive created gaps in reality itself. The battle that followed would be remembered for generations. Lycerin ships negated the stolen shield technologies. Arethi vessels collapsed artificial gravity fields. Vex processors overwhelmed stolen computer systems. And through it all, the Phoenix danced between realities, striking at the heart of Dominion power. Their defense grid is failing, Rodriguez announced. Multiple Dominion vessels are powering down. They're surrendering. But the Dominion's leadership had one final act of desperation. Their capital world's core began to pulse with impossible energy. They were attempting to trigger a quantum cascade that would destroy everything within 50 light years. They'll destroy their own civilization to maintain control, Admiral Chen realized. We have to stop them. Maya's mind raced through possibilities through the neural interface. Then she remembered how this all started, with humanity's ability to see through Dominion deceptions. Dr. Harrison, can we use the phase drive to expose the quantum structure of their weapon? Yes, but Harrison's eyes widened as she understood. We could show everyone exactly how it works, every weakness, every flaw. Send the data to our allies, Maya ordered. Let's show the galaxy how to dismantle the Dominion's last lie. Knowledge flowed through the Alliance fleet. Each species contributed their understanding, their unique perspectives combining to reveal the fundamental flaws in the Dominion's cobbled-together technologies. Together, they didn't just prevent the catastrophe. They proved forever that cooperation was stronger than domination. The Dominion's leadership surrendered hours later, their final weapon disabled by the very species they had tried to suppress. As Maya stood on the Phoenix's bridge watching the Alliance fleet secure the capital world, she realized they had achieved something far greater than military victory. Incoming transmissions from across the galaxy, Rodriguez reported, her voice full of wonder. Thousands of worlds. They're all asking to join the Alliance. The Phoenix's quantum processors displayed a new map of the galaxy, not divided by conquest or control, but united by shared knowledge and mutual respect. The Dominion had tried to maintain power by stealing and suppressing innovation. Their defeat proved that true advancement could only come through cooperation. The Alliance Council is convening, Admiral Chen announced. They're asking Earth to help establish a new galactic order, one built on shared discovery rather than stolen secrets. Maya looked at her crew, humans who had worked alongside crystalline beings, organic computers, and creatures of pure energy. They had proved that diversity wasn't just beneficial, it was essential for survival and progress. Send our response, she ordered. Tell them humanity would be honored to help build a galaxy where every species can reach their full potential. The Phoenix's quantum drive hummed softly as they prepared to head home. They had started this journey to defend Earth, but they had achieved something far more significant. The Dominion's fall marked the end of an age of suppression and the beginning of an era of unlimited possibility. As Maya watched the combined fleet prepare for departure, she thought about how it all began, with humanity's refusal to submit to intimidation. They hadn't just resisted conquest, they had sparked a revolution that transformed the galaxy. "Plot a course for Earth," she commanded. "We have a new future to build." The Phoenix led the Alliance fleet into quantum phase, leaving behind the ruins of empire and carrying with them the promise of something better. The galaxy would never again allow any power to suppress its potential. The age of domination was over. The age of collaboration had begun.